All right, boys and girls, want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for our Superstar Saturday Showdown on the off-road. About to get started here. Got 30 seconds in warm-ups here for our first heat of novice, one of two here. And Carter's getting some freestyle points in tonight. That's twice now he's been in the fence. All right, drivers, let's get him in the staging area. Let's get him back to the staging area there by the Protect sign. Let's slow him down. Let's slow him down. Back at the far end of the straightaway, down by the Protect sign. And that red light is on. You may drive backwards on the track. Carter, go further back down the way. All the way down by the other ones. All right, gentlemen, this is a 4-minute qualifier. Carter's going to lead us off, followed by Andy and Jack. Drivers, Carter will go on the tone. Everybody else will be called off in order. Got 4 minutes to get her done, and then that final tone goes off. You keep racing until I tell you you're all done. All right, Mr. Carter on the tone. Andy. And Jack. Carson. That's going to get a lot of people today. Up that hill is probably the most challenging technical part of this track. All right, Carter dropping a 24-7. Jack with a 25-2. Here comes Andy. A 33-1. All right, 1 down, 3 to go. Up next, start getting these other novices heading this way. Jonathan Torres, Ryan Gregerson, Steven Torres, Lane Craig. And half these guys are out there marshalling, or some of them are out there marshalling. I do appreciate it. And we'll have a 3-minute break between each race here. We can fudge that a little bit. You guys are out here, first time ever on our RC track. I'll tell you right now, it's easy, relatively easy to drive. It's hard to go fast. All right, Jack now into the lead by 6 seconds over Carter in the white truck. Jack's running the maroon. Got the flame job on there. Backing, and Andy rocking the RB10. They're running the FRC series this year, so he wants his own FR or as a RB10 because they're doing handouts on that caution sweeper. So in the FRC, they loan out our novice class, but you can't take it with you, so you got to get your own to get the practice in. What happened to Charles? He was here today. 10 miles. This is an outrage. Have a little talk, Mr. Otter's Arcade. All right, Carter dropping a 23-2 new fast lap in that white truck and gets it stuck in the keyhole. Carson with the kick save. And Charles is watching. Got to commit to that last jump there. You definitely got to commit to that. That's especially when you run a heavier in the buggy. Suffer. Andy 23-9 that time by Carter with a 28-5. Jack with a 7-2. Jack showing the way on a 10-lap run here. 4:18. Carter on a 10-4:21. He's back 2 seconds at the line. Mr. Andy on a 9-lap pace here in 4:15. New fast lap for Andy, a 23-5. Rocking an RB10 was the DE Racing wheels. If you're into the colored wheel stuff, most of the major brands have white and yellow. Want the color stuff? We got them in stock. DE Racing. Help them out, guys. Got one stuck somewhere. Other stuff's really nice. I got some from my buggy, but race it out, drivers. Keep racing. PE rims are a little softer, at least the ones I have, so take that in consideration on your setup. In Novice Race 2, it's Jonathan, Ryan, Steven, and Lane. Andy is done. Uh-oh, Carter upside down. Down the straightaway they come. Jack is done. Carter's done. Shut it down, gentlemen. Jack Williams going to take that one. 10-4-16. Carter 10-4-25. Difference of 9 seconds there. And Andy with 9 laps. Number one goal today is to finish, especially in that first round. All right, boys and girls, we are going to need one volunteer marshal to help us out here. Appreciate you guys using the staging area. It's not totally required tonight. Got 5 heats to run, so it's not too crowded, but do appreciate when you do that. Especially if you're out there before the other race is over. All right, everybody, let's get them checked in here. All right, hold on. Let's see. That is Lane. Time. All right, all the cars that are out there, parking in front of the driver's stand right now. Everybody stop in front of the driver's stand so I can get you checked in here. All right, hold on. I need Mr. Ryan Gregerson to cross the line one more time. That's the logo going across the straightaway. All right, he's good. Mr. Jonathan Torres, are you out there? Cross the line for me. All right, I need Steven Torres. And Lane is good. All right, gentlemen, get him facing the right direction and off. Got 90 seconds on that clock. So this is the other half of Novice. Some of these guys are running Sportsman tonight, get some extra track time. Just a reminder, drivers, if you're struggling with a jump, it's perfectly acceptable to slow down and roll over it. It's the only one you got to worry about doing that. Everything else, you can jump to a flat area and keep it going. All right, drivers, let's get them back to the staging area. Let's get them back to staging. Down by the Protect sign. The order for this one be Jonathan, Ryan, Steven, and Lane. All right, once again, Jonathan on the phone. All Ryan, Steven, off individually after that. All right, Jonathan in less than 5. Ryan. Steven. and Lane. Try to spread you guys out a little bit, give you a little running room. Boys are giving Carson a workout here. He's been marshalling all day today. He's still got energy. I'm impressed. Help him out, help him out. Put him in the other lane. And we're off and running here. Ryan coming across the line for the first time. RC racing career getting it done, starting with the 46.6. Now, hopefully the only way is up from there. Uh-oh. His car is getting towed. Not kidding. Jonathan showing the way right now. 3 laps into this. Lane in second. Steven in third by 10 seconds. Help him out, help him out. Ryan round out the field here. Once again, first time racing. Took me almost 2 years to be competitive because I was a poor kid with no transportation to go practice. I highly encourage everybody to come out on practice days. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Obviously, today is a little tough to practice on. All right, Jonathan working on a TQ pace here by about 4 or 5 seconds over Jack's time of 10 laps and 4:16. Jonathan on a 10:4:04. Lane's on a 10:4:17. Going to put it third at the moment. Steven, new fast lap 24:4. Ryan with a 46.2. Picked it up a notch. Now drops to 38.8. So he's starting to pick up some speed out there. Novice drivers got to learn the phrase, slow is fast. Drive within the limits of the car. Lane dropping an 18.3. Jonathan on a long lap there last time by. Still both ahead of TQ. Lane out in front now. Even with a 31.2. That's another new fast lap for him. Caution on the tabletop. Help him out, help him out. Uh-oh, Cody getting a workout in over there in the far end. Uh-oh. Yeah, you heard it there. Mike's closing up. At 8:30, if you need a cool beverage, I suggest you get one now. Lane showing the way, 10:4:05. That is still a new TQ run here. Jonathan in second, Steven third. Ryan doing great in fourth right now. Wheels facing the right direction. That is time, drivers. Keep racing, keep racing. Lane is done. Ryan is done. Jonathan's done. Looking for Steven to finish out here. Steven's hot, guys. Steven's hot. Far into the track. He's coming around the final corner. Marshals, hold your position. Oh, and he goes for a tumble. And shut it down. Lane and Jonathan beating that TQ time. Lane taking it. You know what that means? We get a TQ beacon on here. 10:4:01. Setting the bar up pretty good. Jonathan with 10:4:15. Steven with 9 laps. And Ryan, first time out, 6 laps. He finished the race. Number 1 thing of the day. All right, looking for our independent stock buggy drivers. This is the next step up the totem pole. Well, one of the next steps up. All right, Brian's checked in. Carson. All right. Steve. All right, I need Joe Torres to check in if he's out there. And Jake Smith. All right, my driver's ready to rock and roll. Looking for my marshals. Cars down on the table. Come on back out. Mr. Ryan's out there already. Thank you, sir. He's TQing the marshaling thing tonight so far. Looking for Jonathan, Steven, and Lane. Volunteers. All right, who else we missing? Supposed to have 4. Out there or take it off. I need one in the keyhole, please. All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to tack on a couple more seconds here. Let's turn them loose. 1 minute. Once again, these boys are supposed to be up the chart a little bit here. We'll see how they do. Got one between tabletops there. All right, boys and girls, let's take them to staging. Let's park them in staging. Down by the Protect sign. Down by the Protect sign. Light is on, gentlemen. Pace speed only. All right, the order's going to be Brian, Joe, Carson, Jake, and Steve. All right, marshals, keep your head on a swivel. Brian's going to lead us off in 5. Joe. Carson. Jake. Trying to spread you guys out here a little bit. And Steve, call the ball. And we're off and running. Brian Dean dropping a 17-2. Got some 16s in him out there. Caution on the step up. Clear. Boys shaking and baking out there right now. 2 laps into it. Brian Dean, Steve Hodeling, Jake Smith, Carson Zimmerman, Joe Torres. Caution in the low part. Oh, we get that body on it real quick. Not to be perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. Brian Dean on a 17-lap run, 5 flat, knocking on an 18-lap pace here. Steve in second by 1.8. Jake in third. Carson back 1.8 in fourth. Joe having a body issue there, and he's back underway. Look both ways before you run out there. Pick the car up, get out of the way. Put it back down when it's clear. Caution at the sweeper, far into the track. Clear. Two down, 3 to go. Still Brian Dean out there in the white car, white backing. Austin behind you. Steve Hodling in second, Jake third, Carson fourth. Jake, new fast lap 18.6. Brian has a 16.5. Steve with a 17.3. Jake just dropped a 17.5 now. Carson with a 17.9, new fast lap. Joe with a 20.8 last time by as well, a new fast lap. Go over to webcam here. We got a little bit of a crowd tonight. Beautiful day for racing. Thank everybody for coming out for the oval and for the off-road today. Deep breath. Still 2 minutes to go in this one. Guys, slow is fast. Got to slow down to go fast. You can't overdrive the car. We're running V12s in a Pinto or a go-kart for you kids. A lot of power out there. All right, 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Up next, Pro Stock. Looking for Tom Sherman, Chris Zimmerman, Kermit Butts, Jordan Newman, Austin Craig, Mark Van Neersen, Zachary Schmidt. Austin behind you. You guys are just over driving the entrance field. That is one of the other tough parts of the track. It's Brian, Steve, Jake, back 7 and change. Caution the keyhole. Poor Austin getting the workout today. Carson back 3.2 and 4th at the line, and Joe behind him by about 2 laps after a body issue. Guys, you got to work together. "30 seconds. Doing great so far. Caution on the back straight. Caution on the back straight. But we'll sort it out later. 10 seconds. Remember, drivers, at the end of this, you're on your own clock. Keep going and keep going until I tell you you're all done. Carson is done. Run around another lap and pull it off towards. Brian's done. Steve's done. Looking for Jake and Joe. Joe's done. Comes Jake to finish out. And shut it down. Brian Dean taking it 17.511. Steve jumping up to second there by 0.3 over Carson on that last lap. With 15.501, Carson 5.02, Smith 5.11. Wow, pretty tight there. And Joe with 12 laps. But the main thing is everybody finished. All right, guys, throw your cars on the table. Head back out the track to Marshall. You're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know who you are, who you're watching, where you're from, all goodies. Come in, red light is on. Slow those cars down. Plenty of warm-ups here. Got a check-in from Mark and Zach so far. For a couple more. This is, well, it could be the big show of the night. Carson gonna be in the hot zone tonight. All right, everybody stop. I need to get away from that line. Jordan. All right, I need Chris Zimmerman check in if you're out there. And Austin Craig. Probably getting his car around still. Meantime, who's my marshals out there? I should see Brian. What? There's Brian, Mr. Joe. Raise your hand, Joe. I'm trying to, buddy. Carson's out there. Jake is out there. Steve is out there somewhere. All right, Mr. Austin checking in real quick for me, and then we'll turn you guys loose. Thank you, sir. All right, gentlemen, pull it off. You got a minute on the clock. All right, Mr. Carson, you're in the hot seat there, buddy. You need to keep your eyes on at all times, especially in the back of your head. All right, gentlemen, let's get him back to staging. Let's get him back to staging. The order for this one's going to be Tom Sherman, Chris Zimmerman, Kermit Butts, Jordan Newman, Austin Craig, Mark Van Neersen, Zachary Schmidt. Gentlemen, 7 cars out there. Half of you guys are doing 15-second laps or better. Be moving here pretty quickly. All right, marshals. This is the best of the best of the best with honors. You know that movie, you got to let me know. On the other night, actually. Marshals, you got to keep your head on a swivel, keep your eyes open, including ones in the back of your head. These guys are going to be moving fast. Tom Sherman on the tone in less than 5. Zimmerman. Butts. Newman. Craig. Van Neersen. Zachary. And we're off and running. Caution on the backstretch. Caution on the backstretch. It's clear. All right, 1 down, 4 to go. Kermit Butts showing the way out there in the pink and blue. Coming down the front straightaway. Mark Van Neersen, all black. Take there. Zachary Schmidt in 3rd in the blue. Austin Craig in the light blue. Tom Sherman all white. Jordan Newman in all black. Not mistaken. And Chris rocking the white. White. One of the two. On a 20-lap pace, 5:11 for Kermit Butts. Van Neersen is 2nd now by 3/10. Zachary in 3rd. Austin in 4th by half a second. Tom back 1.4 in 5th. Jordan 7/10 to 6th. Chris back 3 seconds in 7th. Fast lap, Tom Sherman 15-1 so far. Anybody else smidge off that? Guys, you got to work together. Somebody faster than you. Room. Every car's only 10 inches wide, so a foot is more than good guys anyway. Jordan Newman down to a 15-2. Tom Sherman stepping up to a 14-9 now. Caution in the keyhole. Clear. Oh, Kermit hitting the step up there. Not getting it right. That is the toughest corner to get right. Time, guys. We're just past halfway. We got to almost go. 2:15 right now. Caution at the step up. Third there, 2 to go. Mark Van Neersen now showing the way. Zachary to second. Austin, Tom, Kermit, Jordan, and Chris. Mark on a 20. Everybody else on a 19 down to 6th place. And Mr. Chris not far off it on an 18 right now. Sherman stepping up. Another new fast lap. 14-8. Caution to the sweeper. We're clear. Tom Sherman rocking the all white out there. He's running the X-ray. Mark's running a B7, if I'm not mistaken. Austin, he has an associated car. Jordan's got a B7. Kermit, I think, is on B7 now. Look like he's running something associated. Caution in oh, Steve getting fancy footwork up there at the far end. And Neersen in the black or the gray car, black car with gray all over it, going for our first tabletop down the back short chute. Your leader by 8.5 seconds over Austin Craig. Jordan Newman in third by 2.3. Butts back 6/10 and 4. Sherman 1.3 in fifth. Zachary back a lap right now. Keep going. Chris back 7.5 and 7. Keep racing. Caution in the step up. Caution in the step up. We're clear. Keep going. Tom is done. Remember, keep going, guys. Kermit's done. Zimmerman's done. Looking for Mark and Zach. Mark and Zach. Shut it down. Wow, Van Neersen dropping a new fast lap on his last lap. 15 flat for him. Taking that one, 20 in 5:12. Kermit all the way up to second there after falling down the order a bit. 19.509. Austin 5:09 as well, difference of less than half a second. Jordan back 7/10 in fourth. Sherman back less than a tenth in fifth. It is tight, boys. Zachary on 18 laps. Chris behind him by just under 2 seconds. Wow, that was awesome. You're either first or you're last. It wasn't far in between there. Woo. All right, we got our sportsman class. Some of our novice guys are running double duty tonight. Get some more track time. Looking for Joe, Jonathan, and Steven Torres, the Torres family, and Cody Perry coming out of nowhere after like 5 years. Perry family was moving back to Florida. Cody got here first right now. He hasn't been out here in a long time. They've been up in the Northwest running carpet. Cody, where's the rear wing on that thing? Giving up so much right now, but all right. All right, let's get him checked in. Let's, Cody, check in for me, please. I know your vehicle quite easily. All right. If Joe is out there, cross that line for me. All right, Jonathan. And Steven. All right, should have plenty of marshals out here for this one. All right, Mr. Joe is checked in now. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. You got a minute on the clock. Leave Carson out there in the keyhole. He's been at it pretty good. For drivers to finish first, you must first finish. So let's take it easy in warm-ups here. From the top rope into the other lane. All right, let's get him back to staging, gentlemen. Let's get him back to staging. The order for this one's going to be Joe, Jonathan, Steven, and Cody. And somebody's sending a message out there. You're just going to drive right into him, slam around. They're saying, Cody, not up in here. This is my family. Team Torres versus Cody Perry. All right, boys and girls, this is Sportsman Joe is going to lead us off in less than 5. Everybody else, wait for your name. Jonathan. Steven. And Mr. Cody, call the ball. Cody's got some skills. He's been around a little while. I have enough for a truck class, so he's getting a race in the Sportsman tonight. See him back out here after, I think it's 5 years, give or take. All right, just about a minute into this one. Cody's showing the way. 17-lap run here. He's upside down. Oh, looks like he might have some issue here. They're going to try to fix it. Steven in second at line by 10.2 seconds. Jonathan back 1 second in third. Joe behind him by 1.5 in fourth. That's going to change here. Jiggle the handle. Make sure he's plugged in. I know he tried to short out the battery earlier, so that was exciting. That was a good 2 laps for Cody. Got steering. From the top rope. Herman, just go off to the side of the track so you're not in the line of fire there. Play with that a little more. All right, 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. Steven showing the way. Fast lap of 21.9. Jonathan dropped an 18.8 last time by. He's back 3.6 in second. Joe with a fast lap of 22 last time by. Back 9 seconds in third. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can get that sorted out. Caution on the step up. And Carson taking one in the shin. Like a trooper. Joe stepping up to a 21.4 that time by. So I think the Torres family put the hex on Cody there with that pre-race message. Joe with a 20.6. Even showing the way on a 14-lap run here. Joe on a 13, Jonathan on 13. They're separated by just under 2.5 seconds. Steven with a 21.2. Joe with a 20.6. Max up with a 31. You heard it there, 1 to go. Oh, he's throwing it in there. Throw a hip check on him. Says bye. Race it out, drivers. Race it out. Going. Keep going. Come on, Steven. On your own clock, buddy. Joe is done. Jonathan's done. Looking for Steven to finish out here. Going to take this one. It's going to be a 14-lap run. And shut it down. He's going to do it 14.5.21. Fast lap of a 20.6. Joe in second. 13 laps, 5.14. A fast lap of 20.3. And Jonathan, 13 and 5.18. Back 3.5 seconds with the fast lap of an 18.8. Cody had a 16.3 on lap 1, but lap 2 was too much, apparently. That is it for the first round. It is 8:37. We're going to get started about 8:55. So 15-minute break here. Round 2 will be the same order. Just start how you finished the first round. And once again, round 2 starts at 8:55. Track is open for some practice. Round 2 starts now. Looking for Carter Newman, Andy Williams, Jack Williams. Marshals will be Sportsman. Marshals will be Joe Torres, Jonathan Torres, Steven Torres, Cody Perry. Come on out, gentlemen. I think you're marshaling. Everything we did the first round will be the same except the way you start the race. All right, Mr. Jack, let's get checked in. We're looking for Carter and Andy to get checked in here. All right, marshals, while you're out there, keep your eyes for any drips. We do have a roof. It's not totally watertight right now. We're working on that. We have some drips. We might have to make a little tear or whatnot, so keep your eye out for that. All right, Mr. Jack is ready to go. We're looking for Andy to check in, Carter to check in. We'll sprinkle out there. Andy's good to go. Looking for Carter. Carter Newman. All right, drivers, get facing the right direction. I'm going to turn loose. Roll them off. All right, still looking for Carter Newman. All right, Jack and Andy, why don't you take it back to stage and we'll give Carter a chance to get a lap or two in here and we'll get racing. Jack, go back to staging, please. Carter's going to meet you back there and we're going to get going. All right. The order's going to be Jack, Carter, and Andy in that order. Jack on the tone in less than 5. Carter. And Andy. All right, 50 seconds into this. See what happens here. They're crossing the line. Carter holding on the lead here by 4.7 over Jack. Andy trying to run them all down. Oh, Carter upside down on the tabletop. Comes down the straightaway. Things might change here. And now Jack Williams into the lead by 2.3 over Carter. Andy back quite a lap here. What happens when he crosses the line? Back 9.6 in third. None of these guys are improving their qualifying time just yet. They got to find something out there. Halfway. Andy dropping a 21.9 from out of nowhere. Carter has a 23.7. Jack 25.4. Andy with the mixed twist over to the final jump there, and he landed it. All right, 235 down, 125 to go. Up next, Novice Heat 2, Jonathan Torres, Ryan Gregerson, Steven Torres, Lane Craig. Let's get to staging. You heard it there, one to go. Carter dropping a 21.7 out there, and that stadium truck, something. Our leader going over that first tabletop down the back short chute. Hanging a 180 going over the first double tabletops. Back dropping a 22.5, new fast lap. That is the race clock. Time has expired. Keep racing. Keep going. Carter is done. Jack is done. Looking for Andy to finish out here. Marshals, hold your position. And a nice, that was sweet. I don't think he can do that again. I don't think he can bounce off the pipe like that and shut it down. Jack taking a 10 and 4.14, improving to second overall. Andy 10 and 4.19, improving to fourth overall. And Carter not quite improving his time with a 9 and 4.03. All right, Heat 2 of Novice, come on down. Mr. Anthony, are you still here? Come see me. I was looking. Anthony, not. You're good. I'm looking for Anthony. All right, everybody stop on the front straightaway. Everybody back away from that line by 5 feet. Either way, either side of it. I don't care. Just go 5 feet away from it. All right, I need. Okay, Mr. Ryan's good. He's checked in. Jonathan is checked in. Mr. Stevens checked in. I need a check-in from Lane. There you go. That's impressive. I thought he was going to catwalk that thing all the way down the rest of the way. Anthony checking over the track real quick. Heavy rain. Like we might have something. Is it anywhere near a racing line? Near a racing line. Alright guys, looks like we might take a little pause for the cause here and do some repairs if we can. You guys just pull your cars off, turn them off for a few moments. Are we good or no? Think we're alright? Alright. As long as it's not on a racing line. Calm down, we know what's going to happen from time to time. Working on some quotes for some new roofing or repairs or whatever. Alrighty. Give me a second here. The old GoPro decided to give up the ghost, I guess. Looks like Andy's take the keyhole for us. Thank you, sir. Get this race going and get the other camera fixed here in just a minute. The order's going to be Lane, Jonathan, Steven, Ryan. Lane, lead us off in less than 5. Jonathan, Steven, and Ryan. All right, after 120, Mr. Jonathan Torres showing the way at the line, but he's on a long lap here. See what happens. Lane taking over the top spot now with a 20.3 last time by on a 10-lap run here. 4:06. It's Lane, Steven, Jonathan back 4 seconds in third. Ryan behind him by 4.7. New fast lap for Ryan at 27.9. Uh-oh. Go, go, go. You can move, you go. Marshall's only supposed to get you if you can't move. Halfway, halfway. Lane rocking the way here. 10.4.21. Steven on a 9.4.08. Both of those guys not improving their time yet. Mr. Steven up to second now. Back 6 seconds behind our leader. And he's improving his qualifying time. Oh, Ryan finding the pipe there on the front straight. And we got the good camera back now. Jonathan with a 21.5 last time by. Steven with a 23.9. Some new fast laps there. Caution on the front straight. From one of our marshals jumping out there. Last jump is pretty tricky. Gotta commit. Uh-oh. Grinding out there. 30 seconds to go. Up next, independent buggy. Lane over Jonathan by 15.8. Steven back just over 2/10 in third. Brian back a lap and change in fourth right now. Still improving his qualifying time up over the first round. Race it out, drivers. Keep going. Olé! Oh, man. Andy took one in the hand there. Steven's done. Rest of the racers coming down here. Ooh, they're going top rope action over there. Far into the track. Ryan's done. And shut it down. Shut it down. Everybody's done. Jonathan going to take it there. 10 and 4:21, not improving his time. Lane with 10 and 4:24, not improving his time. Steven with 9 laps 4:03, going to keep his 6th spot overall, but improving his time. Awesome job there. And Ryan Gregerson, second time out on the track. 7 and 4:10, going to improve his current qualifying time in 7th. So, awesome job there as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for independent buggy. I'm down and checked in. Ryan, great job there, man. So far, improvement every run. Tell you right now, the Traxxas vehicles are hard to go fast here. They're not quite designed for this stuff, but you're getting it done. All right, Brian's checked in. Carson's checked in. Steve's checked in. You'll have to go check the screen after you're done marshaling. Got to refresh it. I'll show you how. Actually, you have Anthony show you how. Can you show him how to refresh the screen results? Guys, it only updates every 5 minutes, so it may not be up there just yet. All my drivers are checked in. I need my marshals, my racers from that last race to marshal. So we're looking for Jonathan, Ryan, Steven, and Lane. Mr. Ryan's already out there. Mr. Jonathan. Hopefully I'm getting the names right. Steven. And we're looking for Lane. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to turn you loose. You got a minute 10 on the clock, minute 15. Need a marshal down at the far end of the track. Down the far end, please. Like Ryan will go down there. Austin, you just go to the stoplight. That'll be good. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you working together. All right, we got a lot of potential in this race class, too. We got 3 guys on the same lap. Mr. Brian Dean out in front a bit, and Mr. Joe's got to find something to get up in there. Like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. All right, drivers, remember, you got Essentially, novice marshals out there. You got to drive smooth, drive smart. Mr. Brian Dean's going to lead us off in less than 5. Steve, Carson, Jake, and Joe. Here we go. Marshals, watch your areas. You can't race. Want to marshal like you want to be marshaled. Steve out there like crazy. He's all up in that. Mr. Andy, is your hand okay? Your hand okay? Ooh, somebody coming down through there fast, and that was Brian. He's trying to get through some traffic here. He's battling Jake right now. Jake gonna hold on to that top spot. 17-509. That's a new TQ run here. Brian Dean back 1.8 at the line. Steve behind him by 5.5 in third. Carson back just under a quarter second in fourth. And Joe trying to run them all down. Ooh, caution coming on the straightaway. Jonathan's going to help him out. Good job, buddy. Caution at that final jump. Caution the final jump. We're clear. Austin with the cat-like reflexes. Casey Bass tuning in after being here all day. He's watching the racing again. Brian Dean now back to the front at the moment. Let's see what happens here with Jake this time by. Ooh, we got a kerfluffle at the far end. And it looks like it's Brian, Steve, Jake back 2.2, Carson 4 seconds to fourth. Deep breath, guys. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Caution on the last jump. We got one more out there. All right, 3 down, 2 to go. Brian Dean showing the way now on a TQ run. See if we can't pick him up here. Over, nope. Down the front straightaway somewhere. Here he comes. Crossing the line. He's got that flame job with the white, the light blue specks on the background. Jake. Then the all white entering the infield. Steve's in the all gray. Joe's got the blue and silver. Rocking the 8 scale style rear wing. $110 to go up next. Pro stock. Start heading out here. Brian and Jake both improving their time along with Joe. Steve and Carson. Now Steve's picking up some time here. Carson's got to find something. Not too far off his first round time, so doing good there. 40 seconds. Caution the final jump. Twenty seconds. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's busted. Just set it down. That was Jake, unfortunately. 3, 2, 1. Keep going, drivers. Jonathan, just put the car down. Worry about it later. You got a marshal. The dead car on the other side of that jump. Put him on the straightaway. Put him on the straightaway. On the other side. All right, shut it down, guys. Brian Dean taking that one. New TQ. We get the flip on the TQ beacon. Steve Hodling, second there. 16-5-15. Gonna put it second overall, right? Meow. Carson with 15-5-14. Jake out after 14. And Joe improving his time. 12-5-03. Some high quality, not H2O. All right, gentlemen, let's get him down and checked in. All right, looks like my marshals are starting to head on out here. Looking for a check-in from Austin, Jordan, and Chris Zimmerman. Should have Brian out here to marshal, Joe, Carson, Jake, and Steve. Steve's out there. Zimmerman's out there. Jake, looks like he'll take the keyhole. Joe's going to take the bucket. Slow down, guys. No hot laps just yet. Mr. Brian, help him out down there, please. Thank you, sir. All right, gentlemen. I'm going to turn you loose. You got a minute on that clock. Jake's got a lot of space to watch for. Watch the keyhole and the step up there. Some of you newer racers, these guys are fast, but you know they're still yet big boy class called modified. One day we'll bring it back. All right, gentlemen, let's get him in the staging area. The order's going to be Mark Van Neersen, Kermit Butts, Austin Craig, Jordan Newman, Tom Sherman. Zachary Schmidt and Chris Zimmerman. Once again, Mark, Kermit, Austin, Jordan, Tom, Zach, Chris. Again, marshals are going to be moving hot and heavy here. Keep up. Mark on the tone in less than 5. Kermit, Austin, Jordan, Tom, Zach, and Chris. Caution over to the final double, caution or final tabletop. Caution on the last jump. Got a ball cup there for, I think it's Joe. Caution on the tabletop. Got cautions everywhere. Everybody's trying to cough this one up. Deep breath, guys. Plenty of time. Right, about a minute into this at the line. Tom Sherman in the all-white coming through the keyhole, going up the step up. Your leader, Kermit Butts in second by 3/10 in the pink and blue. Jordan Newman in the all-black in third. Zachary Schmidt, orange and blue in fourth. Austin, somewhere out there, trying to remember his colors. Light blue. Zach now dropping to fifth. Austin to fourth. That was our leader upside down, I think. Mark in the black and gray, and Chris, I think he's got the white and blue. Marshall's getting a workout this round. For drivers, you got to work together. Mark, oh, that's right. Mark's in the red and blue. I forgot. He keeps changing the darn bodies on me. 2 down, 3 to go. Kermit, Austin, Jordan, Zach, Tom, Mark, and Chris at the line here. Sportsmanship, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Chris, new fast lap, 15.6 that time. Bye. Jordan getting through that step up, step down pretty darn quick. Down pretty good too. Caution the step up. Clear. 2:15 to go. Fast laps. Butts 15 flat. Craig 15.3. Smith 15.5. Jordan 15.3. Van Neersen 14.8. Sherman 15.3. Zimmerman 15.6. So everybody pretty close together. Pick up our leader going down the back short chute. Over the ski jump. Final table now. Zimmerman giving some way. Appreciate it. Zach, new fast lap 15.0. Blue and orange going down the short chute. Fast lap. Van Neersen 14.73. You heard her there, 1 to go. Got 3 drivers picking up their pace here. Caution on the tabletop, caution on the tabletop. Butts picking up the pace, Zachary picking up the pace, Jordan picking up the pace, and we got a kerfluffle. Clear. Everybody else has got to find some time with 35 seconds to go. Your leader in that pink and blue going over the step up, step down. Zachary 14.98, new fast lap for him. Second right now, back a lap in change. Van Neersen behind him by 2.7 in the red and blue. Jordan 4 seconds back and forth. Austin 2.3 to fifth. Sherman back a little bit more in sixth. Zimmerman behind him by about a lap. New fast lap for Zimmerman. 15.3. Keep racing, drivers. Keep going, keep going. Van Neersen's done. Keep going. Butts is done. Everybody else keep going. Zach's done. Tom is done. Austin's done. Jordan's done. Looking for Chris to finish out here. Everybody else is done but Chris. Here he comes. And shut it down. Kermit Butts taking it. New TQ 20 and 507. Ooh. Mr. Zach Schmidt in second, 19.503. Going to put it third overall, bumping up 3 spots. Van Neersen 505. Jordan 512. Craig 515. Sherman with 18 laps. And Chris with 17 laps. Herman and Zach, the only two improving their time this round. All right, looking for ready to run sportsman. Final race of qualifying going to be Joe Torres, Jonathan Torres, Steven Torres, and Cody Perry. Hoping for better luck this time for Cody. Did we figure out what was wrong? What was it? Ah, yeah, that's the old sensor wire. That'll do it sometimes. Like Mr. Lane's fired up out there. Like the passion, the enthusiasm. Need an RC. And we got a Ric Flair sighting out there. Alright, looking for marshals to start heading out here. Mr. Casey Bass saying, good job, Kermit. Alright, looking for my racers to get checked in here. Steven, cross that line for me. You guys should all be good to go. Go cross that line. Followed by Jonathan. And Cody. Alright. I need one there with Lane by the stoplight, and I need one in the keyhole. Mr. Zach, come back down here towards the stoplight, please. Joe? Alright, Zach, I need you at the stoplight, please. Alright, gentlemen, turn them loose, turn them loose. You got a minute on the clock. Zach, need you down here by the stoplight. Alright, Mark's gonna do it. That's fine. Oh, I'm hearing we got a special match set of tires out there for Cody's truck. Alright, gentlemen, let's get him to the staging area down there at the far end of the straightaway, down by the Protect sign. The order's going to be Steven, Joe, Jonathan, and Cody in that order. That's the way you finished the first round, and that's how you start the second round. Jonathan going for the freestyle points in between the tabletops. Think. Still working on everybody's car here. Alright, Mr. Steven on the tone in less than 5. Joe. Jonathan. And Cody call the ball. Here we go, final race of qualifying. I can hear them tires snapping. All right, we got one upside down in that last double. We're clear. All right, that's Jonathan. He rocking the RB10. Steven's got some sort of four-wheel deal. I forget what it is. Cody's in the stadium truck, and I'm mistaken, Joe's got the other four-wheel drive, or that. For his family coming to us from Newberry and racing out there, they want to try something a little different. Telling some people earlier, if you can run Newberry, you can race anywhere, because that's definitely a challenge, especially on the Friday nights when it's a lot looser. And Cody's just going to gravedigger over somebody else. Cody showing the way ahead of TQ. Steven ahead of TQ. Back 10 seconds. And Joe ahead of the old TQ. Back half a second in third. Top 3 on a new TQ pace here. Jonathan back 4.5. He's also improving his time as well. Everybody doing great in this one. Cody's got the fast lap of a 17.1. Joe at 20.2. Steven 21.5. And Jonathan 21.1. Herman's happy he's got another truck to beat up on here pretty soon. Top 3 still ahead of that TQ. Joe Torres, new fast lap, 20 flat. Steven with a 21.3. Jonathan dropping another 22. Oh, going too deep on that one. Oh, we got kerfluffles everywhere. Mr. Kermit having to work here. Lane trying to beat him to it. Good job, buddy. You were there, man. Joe with a 19.8. He's starting to pick it up here. He's trying to find his way past Jonathan. There it is. 1:20 to go in our last race of qualifying. Jonathan, new fast lap, 20.7. Over there, 1 to go. Cody Perry still out front on a TQ pace here, 16.512. Steven dropped off it, now back on it with a 20.7 that time by. Oh, somebody going over the top. Looks like Jonathan. Like Steve's out there with his hat backwards, you know, like Stallone did in that trucker movie. Was it Trucker Hawk or something like that? Turns around from the front to the back. He goes over the top. That was actually the movie name, right? Trucker Hawk. Arm wrestling competitions. Somehow we made a movie out of it. Cody and Joe up on that old TQ time set by Steven. Race it out, drivers. Keep going. Now top 3 ahead of that TQ time. Let's see who's going to get it here. I think Cody's got this one locked down. He's got a lap and change on these guys, right, Meow? Cody's done. Jonathan's done. Steven's done. Looking for Joe. Coming over to final jump. Here he comes to finish it out and shut it down. Cody Perry gonna take it, setting a new TQ, 16.505. Steven with 14.518, improving his time to second overall. Joe with 14.523, gonna put it third overall, back 5 seconds. And Jonathan finishing out with a fast lap of a 20.4 that time. The 13 laps and 5:08, improving upon his first round as well. Awesome job, guys. All right, it is 9:40. We're going to get started with the mains at 10 o'clock, so a 20-minute break. If you need anything from the hobby shop, see Mr. Sticks. You guys got to tap on the door there. I don't know if he's got it shut or not. It's open. Door is open. All right, as soon as I get the main set up here, we'll get the track back open for practice. Once again, it'll be a 20-minute break. We're starting the mains at 10 o'clock. All right, boys and girls, I'm coming out with the main posting just a moment. Track will be open for 15 minutes for practice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble. It's time for the mains. Novice A main, come on down. Lane Craig, Jack Williams, Jonathan Torres, Andy William, Carter Newman, Steven Torres, Ryan Gregerson. Everybody's in this race in that A main tonight. Marshals will be Cody Perry, Steven Torres, who's in this race, Joe Torres, and Jonathan's in this race well. So we're going to need a couple volunteer marshals to help out with this one. We got 7 drivers in this one. This is the big show tonight. We need all hands on deck. If you're not racing, come on out here and give us a hand. Our novice drivers are going for the glory. All right, drivers, get them down and checked in. Once again, we'll need all hands on deck for marshalling duties on this one. To get across that start finish line, we got to get cars checked in here. Everybody should be good to go. Just got to get across that line. I know you're out there. Ryan. Excellent. Looking for Lane, Jack, and Carter. There's Carter. Thank you, Mr. Cody. Once again, we're going to need some volunteer marshals to help us out with this one. Got a spare 4 minutes. What we call P Newred X. This is a workout program. If you need to get back in shape, the most enthusiastic, hectic 4 minutes of your life, potentially. All right, looking for Lane and Jack. Out there, check in for me, sir. Once again, I need a couple marshals. I need one in the keyhole, one on the bucket, and probably get 1 or 2 extra out there. Mr. Jack, can I get you in the keyhole? Chance I can get you in the keyhole. Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right, drivers, I'm going to turn you gentlemen loose, spread them out, roll them off. And you guys are already wrecking on the front straightaway. Steve's going to run down there and clean that up for you. And looking for a couple volunteer marshals to help us out here. He's going to get his ankles taken out from underneath him. Almost. Come on out there. Thank you, sir. Down, guys. It's just practice. It's just a warm-up. Got one down in the cones at the far end down there. Poor Joe, he's running around everywhere. All right, drivers, let's slow him down and park him by that serpent sign. I'm going to call you off individually. Mr. Steve's going to line you guys up on the grid here for me. Your top qualifier, 10 laps and 401. Lane Craig, come all the way down here to that last white line on the corner. Steve's going to line you up. Lining up second is going to be Jack Williams. Third is going to be Jonathan Torres. Fourth is going to be Andy Williams. Fifth, Carter Newman. Sixth, Steven Torres. Round out of the field, first time racing, Ryan Gregerson. So far he's done. He's improved every run. Awesome job. Name of the game. All right, marshals. Just a reminder, you got to keep your head on a swivel. There are 7 of these drivers out here. There, Austin, move Mr. Jack there. Turn him towards the corner a little bit. 2 spot. Oh, thank you, sir. All right. Remember, drivers, you're not going to win this on the first lap. Your goal here is to keep it clean in line for that entire first lap. If somebody moves out of the way and wrecks, go by them. Don't force the issue because you're only going to get tangled up. And see that later on. If our pro stock guys drive smart tonight, that's what they're going to do. So, it's 4 minutes of mayhem. Everybody's going on the tone in this one at the same time in less than 5. Here we go. Good clean start. A little bit of crying. Oh, we got a little kerfluffle. Plenty of time, drivers. Remember, 4 minutes. I got one on double there, and I think it goes on. That'll work. All right, after one, it's Lane, Jonathan, Steven, Andy, Carter, Jack, and Ryan at the moment. Poor Ryan, he's just trying to get down the front straightaway. Quite get that last jump down just yet. And there he goes, getting that first one in. The first one's a hard one. Good job, Jack. Good job. Thank you, Jake. Excuse me. That was Lane in the orange car, if I'm not mistaken. There he goes. And now Jonathan might be all over him here. I don't know. I'm trying to still learn everybody's car. This side of the pipe for the orange car. Oh, he's going to do it again. A little extra practice. Lane, next time just roll those 2 jumps and you get over it cleaner. We got our mayhem down the front straightaway. Go, go, go. Got a issue at the step up, step down, and we're clear. Caution at that final corner. Jonathan taking over the lead now. Andy in second. Steven, Lane, Carter, Jack, and Ryan at the moment. Goes Lane across the line. Jumping back up in a second now. Guys, you got to work together. You all can't occupy that same place. Oh, Andy going for the McTwist over the big tabletop. And looks like we have one that's out now. Not sure who that was. Got one between the tabletops. At the line, it's Jonathan, Lane, Steven, Andy, Carter, and I think Jack is out, unfortunately. Five seconds to go. Looks like somebody might get one more lap here. That is time. When you cross the line, you will be done. Mr. Steven Torres is done. Like we got one car getting put back together here. Jonathan is done. Ryan is done. Lane's cutting the track. Looking for Andy. And Carter. Andy and Carter still got to finish. Marshals, hold your position. Here they go. Down the straightaway. Andy's going to hold on. And Carter just eking to the line there. Shut it down. Jonathan Torres taking it. Lane finishing second. Steven Torres third. Andy fourth. Carter fifth. Ryan sixth. And Jack out, unfortunately, after 5. Woo. I know our marshals have worked up a sweat. I can feel it in here already. These boys huffing and puffing. All right, once again, down and check them in and park them on the grid. Get a couple marshals out here for you in just a moment. Mr. Ryan TQ in the marshalling again. Thank you, sir. You finished your first race, sir. You did great in one piece. That's the first goal of every day. All right, looking for my novice drivers to get on out there to marshal. Check in from Steve, Carson, and Joe. I once again need 3 cars checked in here. Steve, Carson, and Joe. All right, here comes Steve. Give him a second, guys. He's out there hustling, marshaling everybody else. All right, gentlemen, turn the right direction and turn them loose. You got just over a minute. Now, if you're watching the line, jump in the chat. Pick your winner in this one. Anybody still can win this one, I think. All right, boys and girls, let's get our cars to the grid. Your top qualifier, 17 laps, 5:07. On the point here is going to be Brian Dean. Lining up second is going to be Steve Hodling. Third is going to be Carson Zimmerman. Fourth, Jake Smith. And rounding out the field is going to be Joe Torres. Now, there you go. Now, I painted the line not exactly straight because it's meant for bi-directional purposes, but when we go this direction, somebody's got to turn a little bit. All right, marshals, this is independent stock buggy. They're definitely a little faster than what we just saw, but they could be just as crazy. So let's keep our head on a swivel. Focus on the race. Your spot on the track. You guys are going to be moving pretty fast. He's fine at the cone right there in the keyhole. We're good there, too. All right, let's see. We got Mr. Stevens down there with Jack. They should be good together. All right, Reminder, guys, you can't be scared of the cars. You do have to look for cars in advance and make sure to pick the car up and get out of the way and then set it back down. All right, drivers, this is a 6-minute A-main independent stock buggy. You're going all on the tone in less than 5. And we have a good start. Got some medals on the line for this one. Oh, we got some guys coming up short on that first ski jump. Guys, 6 minutes, plenty of time. Help them out, Marshall. Turn them straight. Put them on the straightaway. Put them on the straightaway. There you go. All right, it's Carson at the line. Brian in second by 1.1. Jake back 1.5 in third. Steve behind him by 1.6. Oh, Joe's upside down after that last jump. Here he comes. Joe's back about 11.5 seconds right now, and Carson coming up on him here. Ooh, Joe jumping over the wrong side. Ooh, guys, two-handed marshalling, please. Use a textbook two-handed. Pick up our leaders down the back short chute. Ryan and Carson battling out here right now. Ryan going wide. Carson on the inside, trying to take the short line. Makes the pass back, and they're racing across the line here. You thought this was the world. Plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time. We're not even 2 minutes into this. There it is. 2 minutes down. 4 to go. Plenty of time here. Got to keep your head on. Take a deep breath. Ryan Dean dropping at 16.5. Carson back 6 seconds. Jake back 1.7. Steve trying to run them all down here along with Joe. Ryan leading right now by 7 seconds over Carson. Jake back 1.2, trying to catch him up here and stuck on a pipe. .325 down, 2:35 to go. Brian, Jake back 11.3. Carson behind him by 1.9. We're going over the up and down. The step up, step down. Steve trying to reel him in. He's back about a lap right now at the line. There he is, 11.2. Still anybody's race here. You got to kind of finish the race, you know. We got one in the infield there, and he's back underway. 4 down, 2 to go. And Brian slicing and dicing. Carson getting back by him. Brian's a lap up on him right now. Caution on the tabletop. Got a couple more here. Remember, drivers, marshals, you got to watch your position. Constantly looking around your area. It's Brian at the line. There he goes on a 21 lap pace here in 6:16. No, other new marshals are learning too. All been there. 30 seconds to go. Pick up our leader somewhere. Over the final tabletop, the final double. Hitting the 180 down the front straightaway. He's going to get at least one more lap here. Got one on the... Now with Steve. Pro Stock is up next. Come on, marshals. Got to pay attention here. Turn him straight. Turn him straight. He can go. Just let him go. Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. We got one on the straightaway. One on the straightaway. When you cross line, you're done. Brian's done. Carson's done. Jake is done. Steve is done. Looking for Joe. And shut it down. Brian gonna hold on to that one. 21 and 6:15. Carson taking second. 20 and 6:14. Jake with 19. Steve 18. And Joe with 15. Woo! Mr. Casey was rooting for Carson in that one. Jessica Van Neersen tuning in, rooting for Brian, or saying great job to Brian. All right, boys and girls, this is the big show for the night. This one's going to be hot and heavy. Get them down and checked in. Park them at the other end of the straightaway when you get checked in, gentlemen. And as a reminder, after all this is over tonight, we've got podium pictures still to take. All but one class going home with some medals tonight. So if you're the top qualifier or you finish on that podium in that race, you're going to be out there for some photos. Got Jessica's pulling for Mark in this one, obviously. And Madison tuning in, saying, let's go, Zach. All right, we're starting to look for some of our marshals out there. I need a check-in from Austin and Jordan when they get a chance. Brian, I need you out there as well to help out Mr. Carson on the stoplight there in the roll-up door, or the bay door, whatever you want to call it. I think it's going to be hot and heavy. All right, as soon as Austin gets checked in, we'll turn you guys loose here. All right, let's get him facing the right direction, gentlemen. Roll it off. You got just over a minute. All right, drivers, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. And let's get them on the grid. Started in that top spot, that top qualifier, 20 laps in 5:07. Mr. Kermit Butts. Lining up second is going to be Mark Van Neersen. Third, Zachary Schmidt. Fourth, Austin Craig. Fifth, Jordan Newman. Sixth, Tom Sherman. And round out the field, Mr. Chris Zimmerman. Seventh. Once again, Kermit will be 1. Mark 2. Zachary 3. Austin 4. Jordan 5. Tom 6. Chris 7. All right, all my novice and ready to run our sportsman drivers, listen up here real quick. At the end of this, we're going to take, along with the podium pictures, we'll take a group photo with all you get together. So even if you didn't get on the podium, we'll still take a group photo. So make sure you got your car ready. Just it'll be fine as long as he's behind the line. I don't care. Once again, at the end of this, we'll be taking a group photo for novice and sportsman, along with our regular podium pictures. Don't run off, you guys. All right, 6 minutes of the most electrifying RC racing you might see this week anyways. Gentlemen, you know the deal. Don't make the marshals decide it for you. Don't make me decide it for you. Everybody on the tone in less than 5. Good clean start. Let's keep it clean here. That's how it's supposed to be done. Ooh, Mark trying to take a peek on the inside. He opens the door, and Zach gets by him for that second spot now. Caution infield, and looks like Chris stuffed it into the dead area. Zach getting loose. Mark's taking advantage of it, getting by him again. Oh, and he hits the pipe. They're stacked deep here, going into the final corner. Come on, guys, give him a chance to get you. Got one more. Poor Steve, he's tired. He's been marshaling some of the hectic races tonight. It's Kermit, Mark, Zach, Tom, Austin, Chris, and Jordan at the line here. Chris was just trying to get out of the way. Caution the sweeper, caution the sweeper. Like he's popped the link off that. Guys, calm down. Guys, come on. Guys, it's an RC car race. The other side of the table. Kermit, come on, buddy. All right, Zach showing the way here. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. Van Neersen in second by 3/10. Down the front straightaway they go. Mark and Zach battling out. Zach's got the better end of that one, I think. Jordan back about a lap here. .230 to go. Up next, Sportsman, last race of the night. Oh, Zach piped it, going up the step up, step down. Still going at the line here. Mr. Mark, though, in the lead now. Mark back to, or excuse me, Zach back 2.2. Oh, Jordan hit the pipe. .115 to go. Mark still holding on lead by 3.4. Ever since he's gotten this B7, he's been on rails. It speaks to him. Van Neersen fast lap 14.8. Zach 15.1. Jordan 15.0. .15 seconds. Zachary, new fast lap 15 flat. 15.05. We're on the 15.04. Mark with a 14.87. Still with 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark on a victory lap there. When you cross the line, you are done. Zach going to lock down second here. Jordan's going to take home third. And Mr. Mark Van Neersen out on this victory lap. Coming across line and shut it down. 14.74, new fast lap. Mark Van Neersen taking that one 24 and 6.14. Zachary with 23 and Jordan with 22. All right, Sportsman, let's get him down and check him in. All right, looking for my marshals from that last race. And looking for a check-in for my racers, Cody, Steven, Joe, and Jonathan. Jordan TQ'd Racing for marshaling for this one. Got the young guys out there. They're out there almost all the time. Again, let's get them checked in. Cody, Steven, Joe, Jonathan. All right, everybody's checked in. Looking for my marshals, though. Kermit, Mark, Zach, Austin, Jordan, Tom, and Chris. We only need 4 of you out here. Once again, after all this is over, be taking some podium pictures here on the front straightaway if your top 3 are TQ and or my novice and sportsman drivers. I want you all out here for that one. All right, gentlemen. Brian's going to help out the young gentleman on the back somewhere. Carson's going to stay at the other end, or is he going to come down here? Either way. All right, gentlemen, turn them loose. I'm going to put a minute on the clock here for you. Issue is they couldn't see the corner behind you towards the stoplights. That was always the problem. All right, gentlemen, let's get them to the grid. Let's get them to the grid. Your top qualifier, 16 laps, 5:05. Mr. Cody Perry bringing on down here the #1 spot. Steven Torres is going to line up second. Joe Torres is going to line up third. And Jonathan Torres rounding out the field in fourth. Once again, Cody, Steven, Joe, and Jonathan. All right. You drivers see the corner behind Mr. Mark there. Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, they can't see the corner behind you. Come over here by the cone. All right, once again, Mr. Mark, to the keyhole, please. Bring it on back a little bit so they can see the corner. All right, drivers. 6-minute A main in this class. You know the deal. You got to keep it clean. Only way you're going to win. Everybody's going to go on the tone in less than 5. Here we go. Oh, Cody coming up a little short on that last jump. Definitely want to drive all the way into it. You hit it, just let off, and the suspension will unload and throw you right over it. Cody across line with a 17.4. But Jonathan has a 21.1. Steven with a 22.6. All right, it's Cody showing the way in the stadium truck right meow. Jonathan in second at the line. Steven behind him a little bit here by 1.9. Two down, 4 to go. Two fast slaps there. Jonathan with a 20.2. Steven has a 20.7. Joe has a 21.2. And Cody still with a 17.4. Out there just cruising right now. He's got about a lap up on these guys at the moment. Jonathan stepping up with a 19.8. Joe with a 20.4, some new fast laps. Closest battle between Steven and Joe, 3.4 seconds between them. So Steven across the line, he's rocking the fluorescent green, light blue and a white. Joe is in the all dark, looks black from here. He's got another drive as well. Cody in the white stadium truck, and Jonathan coming across the line in that blue and white RB10, doing great. Oh, Steven's catching him here. Oh no. Jonathan over Steven by 1.5. Joe back 8 seconds in fourth, so we still got a battle for those podium spots. $120 to go. Caution in the keyhole. That's third place, if I'm not mistaken. Cody out on a 20-lap pace here. Stuffs it in the pipe. They're on the step up. Jonathan, Steve, and Joe all on a 16-lap pace here. Jonathan over Steven by 2.8. Joe back another 8 seconds with 35 seconds to go. Joe, new fast lap, 20.3 that time by. Somebody in the middle of the tabletops. And I think that was Steven. He's going to drop down the last with just over 5 seconds to go. Can he get across the line and catch up here? That is time. When you cross the line, you will be done. Here comes Mr. Jonathan. He's going to lock down second. Joe going to steal away third there at the last lap. Mr. Cody Berry coming across the line with the victory and looking for Steven to finish out here and shut it down. Cody, Jonathan, Joe on the podium tonight. We're going to have Steven out there for a group photo as well. Poor Steven had third almost all locked up till that last lap, and he stuffed it in between the tabletops. That's tough luck for you. I want to thank all our viewers for tuning in. We're going to get into the podium ceremonies here in just a minute. But just a reminder, track is open all day tomorrow for off-road practice indoors. And maybe the oval outdoors, we'll see. It looks like it's under a little bit of water at the moment, and I have a feeling we had a lot of rain there earlier on, so it's probably done for tomorrow, but always call ahead to find out. And we will see you all next week for Thursday Night Thunder. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you then.